Vice-Chancellor, fellow council members and staff of the university, graduands, ladies and gentlemen. It is customary for the university and its guests to gather as a body for the purpose of conferring academic awards on its graduates. This afternoon, we've gathered in order that awards may be conferred on those who've satisfied the council of the university that they have met the requirements for admission to awards undertaken within the Faculty of Arts and Social Science. To members of a university, a ceremony for conferring of awards is a particularly important and happy occasion in the university year. To all of you, I extend a very warm welcome. To graduands and diplomates, I offer congratulations and best wishes. The mission of the university is, in part, to provide a wide range of teaching, research and scholarship, and service at the highest level of excellence and consistent with its aims of maintaining national and international esteem. The university has a commitment to the advancement and transmission of knowledge by the pursuit, recognition and achievement of excellence in scholarship, research and teaching. This will be evidenced in the course of today's ceremony. Education today is about the acquisition of lifelong learning skills. I believe that the awards to be conferred upon our graduates and diplomates today will qualify them to make a significant contribution in the local, national, and in some case, the international community. Lastly, I take this opportunity to remind those receiving their testaments today that as graduates and diplomates of the university, you automatically become members of Convocation. Thus, you join 40,000 other graduates who've had the opportunity, through elected representatives, to become involved in the governance of the university. Through Convocation, you will also be kept informed of activities and developments at the university. By the authority conferred upon me by the Council, I will now formally confer academic awards. Will all candidates for admission to degrees and other awards please stand? In the name of the Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I confer the awards specified in the programme on all those graduands and diplomates who are present today, and in absentia on those unable to be present. I now call on the Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Social Science to present graduates and diplomates from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present to you candidates who have satisfied requirements for the award of Diploma in Aboriginal Studies. Kay Joy Adlin. Elizabeth Anderson. Dawn Rose Mari Arrow. Janine Marie Bunt. Kristen Annette Thorpe. Marilyn Wilson. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of the Bachelor of Arts in the specialisation of Communication Studies. Justin Robert Arnell. Stephen Robert Batet. Lucky James Carathanasis. Gwyneth Ira Cook. Elisa Costello. Jolene Kirsten Crabb. Carolyn Margaret Elkin. Alison Jane George. Olivia Jane Gollan. Alexis Grawn. Raymond John Handley. Joanne Elizabeth Handley. Elizabeth Ann Heslop. Simone Lysa Howland. Jeff Hughes. Brooke Louise Canagan. Bianca Mari Martin. Kay Deanne Marsh. Bianca Mari Martin. Catherine Moore. Claire Elizabeth Morgan. Victoria Ann O'Hara. Amanda Michelle Perham. Jacqueline Suzanne Shaw. Tanya Sterling. Azida Maud Tahir. Megan Jane Terry. Kathy Thrivos. Jodie Florence Vale. Linda Catherine Valloom. Kylie Louise Williams. Ingrid Woodrow. Shaw Anthony Yates. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the specialisation of Psychology. Rhonda Nadine Bartley. Natalie Corden. Christine Leslie Hills. Stephen Raymond O'Malley. And with honours Class 2, Division 1, Melanie Ann Dawson. Catherine Elizabeth Hewitt. Vanessa Lee Powell. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Social Science. Kelly Liana Adams. Michael David Andrews. Shanetska Belivska. Sarah Rebecca Boyd. Maria Frederick. Nancy May Herford. Rohini Alexandra Janou. Marina Justine Kelly. Beverly Ann Kirk. George Reese McCarley. Dawn Glory Machillis. John Patrick Mulvogue. Rachel Antoinette Posnatks. Susanna Vincentajovic. Celicia Irene Patterson. Rachel. Rachel Antoinette Posnax. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Social Science in the specialisation of Justice Studies. Edward John Bracingwaite. Richard Morris Baxter. Mark Anthony Burgess. Matthew Hughes Ford. Joseph Krzanek. Troy Morris O'Donoghue. Paul Henry Wallace. Mark John Waters. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Social Science in the specialisation of Recreation and Tourism. Carmen Georgina Abisab. Suzanne Ali. Jodie Joy Atkins. Maria Bernadette Bentz. Roland Ashley Chown. Brooke Sarah Cunningham. Joanna Cuthbert. Megan Roanne Elsey. Alison Marie Evans. Karen Ann Garathi. Claire Louise Grice. Wendy Ann Jerd. Christy Ann Clanburke. Penelope Jane Mills. Dareni Jane Mock. Antone Nicholas Guyan. Jennifer Ann Noble. Mari Ormiston. Jenny Roseanne Plunknet. Kaidi Ann Rex. Catherine Ann Rock. Marie Sheenan. Megan Elizabeth Symes. Karen Lysa Underwood. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Social Science in the specialisation of Welfare Studies. Troy Eric Arnold. Deborah Ann Ost. Michelle Louise Barnett. Leanne Judith Berry. Karen Louise Bischoff. Robin Gale Bogdandos. Jeanette Rachel Branston. Julie Marianne Bryan. Samantha Gay Colleton. Christy Rochelle Delaney. Karen Lysa Douglas. Kim Marie Fakes. Lisa Marie Galvin Ralston. Elizabeth Jane Green. Leanne Hazelgrove. Donna Marie Howard. Kylie Ann Hutchinson. Angela Marie Mackay. Julianne Martin. Jonathan Barry Newell. Natalie Marie Newell. Rachel Louise O'Connor. Shane Gerard O'Hare. Stephen Patrick Pilgrim. Robert James Pinkovich. Natalie Elizabeth Rayward. Peggy Ann Saunders. Peter James Smurthwaite. Jennifer Louise Somerville. Warwick John Thompson. Shane Renee Toussaint. Wimal Banadara Winchkun. Nicola Angrave Williams. Kathleen Margaret Wysieski. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Social Work. Diane Marie Atkins. Gordana Bonovsky. Belinda Christina Connell. Sarah Allison Davies Rowe. Veronica Margaret Fenning. Louina Gale Jackson. Pamela Faye Kent. Stephen William Kilcarey. Tamara Louise Manson. Sarah Jane Martin. Nicole Marie McLaren. Tony Coe Morell. Beverly Ann Shipp. And with Honours Class 2 Division 1, Linda Jane Brady. Rhonda Leone Sheen. The University Medal is an award made in recognition of academic excellence. It is a rare honour and may only be awarded to a graduate who, in addition to achieving first-class honours, displays ability which is considered to be outstanding by the University's Medals Committee. It is my particular pleasure to present to you with Honours Class 1 and a University Medalist, Lynette Margaret Downing. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours. Class 2, Division 2, Jacqueline Gay Arnold in Geography. Geraldine Ann Blanchard in English. Barbara Ann McEwen in Drama. Michael Russell Peterkin in Japanese. Richard Ian David Tate in Economics. And in Class 2, Division 1, Jane Ellen Drynan, Psychology. Joy Ellum in Psychology. Jennifer Ann Harris in Classics. Paul James Hewitson in Psychology. Grace Mylan Koo in Linguistics. Sonia Joy Langlar in History and in Drama. Nicole Bronwyn Love in Japanese. Andrew Ian Luxford in Psychology. James John McGregor in both Greek and Latin. Jane Margaret McMillan in Psychology. Sharon Ella Mortimer in Classics. Linda Jane Parry in Psychology. Elizabeth Jane Purcell in Psychology. Belinda Louise Richards Horder in Psychology. Karina Marie Smith in Drama. Todd Zemek in psychology. And with Class 1 honours, Maria Andriopoulos in Japanese. Anna Kate Bennett in Sociology and Anthropology. David Bruce Cameron in History. Catherine Ann Carmichael in Psychology. Nada Davis in Japanese. Russell Gordon Hancock in Linguistics. Susan Marie Jones in Japanese. Kathleen Mary Lay in Drama. Casey Louise MacDonald in Psychology. Larita Enid Merlin in English. Lorraine Mary Sullivan in Psychology. It is my particular pleasure to present to you Class 1 and University medalists Danielle Marie Campbell in Psychology, and Anne Rothbotham in Linguistics. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Social Science Honours, Class 1, Class 2, Division 1. Matthew Glenn Bentley in Sociology and Anthropology. Leah Alice de Sousa in Recreation and Tourism. It is my particular pleasure to present to you Marilyn Jean Wood, Sociology and Anthropology, Class 1 and University medalist. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the specialisation of Communication Studies with Honours, Class 2, Division 1, Linda and Anne Drummond. And in Class 1, Rozak Roscoe. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Applied Ethics, Helen Joan Elam. Lyle Thomas Reynolds. Suzanne Cecilia Walcombe. Jennifer Kay Wilshire. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Social Science. Flora Baroin McCann. Susan Elizabeth McLeod. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Social Work. Nanette Bryant. Diane Claire Lisinski. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate of the degree of Master of Theatre Arts, Anne Patricia McNamara. Chancellor, I present to you graduates of the degree of Master of Arts, Peter Francis Hill. Carolyn Rickett. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of the coursework, diplomates and graduates of the Faculty of Arts and Social Science.
I call on the Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Research and Information Technology to present Research, Master and Doctor of Philosophy degree candidates.
Chancellor, I present for the degree of Master of Arts David John Connell, who holds a Bachelor of Arts from this university. Mr. Connell's thesis is on The Subversion of the Hero, an analytical survey of the fantasy and science fiction of Michael Moorcock. The focus of this thesis is Michael Moorcock's subversion and deconstruction of the archetypal hero of fantasy and science fiction. This is traced through his movement from conventional fantasy to postmodernism. The hypothesis is considered in the selected works of Moorcock, ranging from 1961 to 1990, but later focusing on his naturalistic concerns in works such as Mother London. Chancellor, I present for the degree of Master of Arts Paul Strawn Robertson, who holds a Bachelor of Arts from Durham University and a Bachelor of Educational Studies from this university. Mr. Robertson's thesis is on Proclaiming Unsearchable Riches, Newcastle and the Evangelicals, 1788 to 1900, minority influence in the Church of England in New South Wales. This research is concerned with examining the influence of the 19th century evangelical minority in the Church of England on that region which became the Diocese of Newcastle in Australia. Their presence is confirmed, their contribution investigated. Their minority influence takes three forms: dominant, cooperating and subversive. Cooperating being the norm, as together with the majority they pioneered the establishment of a church. Chancellor, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a prescribed program of study, principally of research. A thesis embodying the outcomes of the research is the principal basis of examination. The degree is only awarded if the thesis makes a significant and original contribution to knowledge and understanding of the field of knowledge with which it is concerned. Today, the University is proud to honour Doctor of Philosophy graduates who have satisfied these vigorous criteria for the award of the degree. Chancellor, I present to you Jane O'Sullivan, Bachelor of Arts from the University of Sydney and Diploma of Education from this university. Dr. O'Sullivan studied in the Department of English. Her thesis is entitled Emancipation or Escape, Gender and Representation in the Fiction of John Fowles. Dr. O'Sullivan's thesis offers a feminist and post-structuralist examination of 4 novels by John Fowles and the textual implication of fetishism as treated in The Collector, Cartesian dualism in Mantissa, Darwinian evolution in The French Lieutenant's Woman, and Freudian psychoanalysis in relation to a maggot. Proceeding by an exploration of their thematic and symptomatic features, it is argued that these novels betray a complicity with the dominant discourses of patriarchy, liberal humanism, and classic realism, which largely they have been seen to critique. Chancellor, I now present to you Graham Squires, Master of Arts from the University of Canterbury. Dr. Squires studied in the Department of Modern Languages. His thesis is entitled Yamaji Eizan's Essays on the History of the Modern Japanese Church, an Introduction and Translation. Dr. Squires' thesis is a study of the life and thought of the late 19th century Japanese historian and social critic Yamaji Eizan. Specifically, it is a translation of an introduction to one of Yamaji's most important works entitled Essays on the History of the Modern Japanese Church. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of the Research Masters and Doctor of Philosophy degree graduates.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now call on Professor Julian Croft to deliver the occasional address.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests and fellow graduates. At an earlier graduation address today, I said it was hard to know where to start such a speech as this. Everyone knows where it has to end, with me wishing you well and congratulating you on having passed all the ordeals of fire and water, otherwise examinations and theses, and saying to you that you should face the future with confidence and optimism. And as you probably realise by now, I've already dispatched with the end of this address before I properly started it. And I suppose that is what I want to talk about today. How the sense of an end towards which everything is progressing is no longer the way in which the world is seen. And it seems to me that this is particularly the case with the social sciences. As was pointed out this week by Michael Ignatieff in the Higher Education Supplement of The Australian, Marxism, Freudianism, both 19th century theories, which have fallen on hard times recently, all had a sense of progress towards an end, a teleological certainty that all the contradictions in human society and in the human being would be resolved in the long run. It's also true in economics, where the modelling of the economic side of our lives has until recent time been based on notions of equilibrium drawn from steam age studies of thermodynamics, which used linear mathematics to describe these models. I suppose the sense of teleological certainty is very deep in economics. In the long run, as a famous economist said, Lord Keynes said, we're all dead. And in between, there is the total certainty of taxes to accompany our progress to the grave. However, as we all know from having had to deal with human beings from the moment we are born, nothing is certain in their behaviour, and the vicious, chaotic movements of both politics and the economic cycle are constant reminders of that fact. Now we have non-linear mathematics to help us model uncertainty, and even to predict the weather, the greatest uncertainty of all. Or can it do the same with human nature? I suspect it can't, because whatever we predict about ourselves, we subvert it and work against it. And that is why it is so hard to make a living on the stock market. The problem with chaos theory, as far as I understand it, and the non-linear mathematics which are used to describe it, is that despite its name, the theory depends on a notion of deep regularity, the presence of a great attractor. Despite recurrent schools of human thought which want to do away with ultimates like God and certainty, there always seems to be a corresponding greater need to construct airy palaces which have as their foundation some ultimate referent point, which brings me back to human nature. Well, you might be asking, it might be going through your mind right now, why a professor of English and Communication Studies is talking about these things, and even worse than that, a poet. Well, I would argue that the essential part of a poet's avocation is an exploration of human nature, particularly the big questions such as, who am I, what am I, and their corollary, where am I? And the first thing you learn when you try this game is that there are no precise answers. No matter how far you might tot up the biological determinants of behaviour and the social and the linguistic determinants, if you can separate the two, none of them will present a precise answer. What is true about the answer to the question, who am I and what am I, is that the answer is true only for one individual, for one point in space and time. Something the physicists have been telling us since Einstein's 1905 and 1915 articulations of relativity. Now, the implications of such thinking are very disturbing. It can lead you to the position that there is no fundamental truth, no golden peg stuck in the middle of the universe from which we can measure ourselves, and no end towards which everything progresses for a perfect resolution, as happens when the curtain falls on a Shakespearean comedy or the final bars of a Beethoven symphony. Everything is relative, and there is no purpose governing the universe. Well, Einstein refused to believe that, but he was born in the 19th century. And at the end of the 20th, postmodernism and post-structuralism tell us there is no ultimate meaning in any of our thought systems. Language systems, including mathematics and music, are not transparent mediums through which we communicate, but nasty force fields which contain all kinds of distortions of rhetoric and hidden assumptions. In the very late 20th century, it seems you can trust nothing, and nothing makes sense anymore. Well, I disagree. It does for poets, if for no one else. Despite the language system, and despite the restrictions of relativity, when I write a poem, I record a sense of being at this time and in this space. When you read it, you recreate it in another time and space, and in a language which makes sense to you. It's not the same poem as I wrote, but it is a poem, and one you, as a reader, have made in your reading. You are as much a creator of it as I am. And that process of reading a poem is one of the few insights we have into other human natures, and one of our few means of charting those points of consciousness which exist outside ourselves. Well, as I said at the end, which was the beginning of this speech, maybe we can no longer believe in a set of laws of nature which are there to be exposed bit by bit until we reach perfect understanding. We will never reach it because there is no end. We are always in process. But we do have hints. We do write our own poems. And those are called, in your case, thinking and research. All of you have engaged in acquiring as much knowledge as we now know about human behaviour. That is an honourable vocation. And I don't think the nihilism of some of post-structuralist thought should stop us from sharing with each other, as best we can, our understanding of who we are and what we are, and even where in time and space we are, and to help others do the same. And in the sharing of that information, to speculate about what it is to be human beings, especially in the most ancient continent on Earth, 40,000 years after the first of us arrived here, bringing with them human inquisitiveness and curiosity, and humankind's greatest asset, our highly developed languages. What you've learned from your degrees, and especially those of you who have come to the end of the long process of a research degree, what you've learned in the scientific study of human behaviour is how difficult it is to look at ourselves and to make sense of what we see. I congratulate you for your courage in doing so, and I wish you well in using that knowledge, despite the difficulties I've spoken of, for the benefit of all human beings.
Professor Julian Croft, I'm sure all of us here today have enjoyed your return to your university to address us. It's very interesting to listen to a professor of English talk so well about maths and physics, but you certainly got the sense across of the beginning of a lifetime of learning, and I'm sure many other lessons during the course of that excellent address. I now have great pleasure in inviting Ms. Lynette Dowling to speak on behalf of the graduates.
Chancellor, Deputy Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, fellow graduates. Graduation day finally came. We discussed it so often, yet we hardly dared believe it could actually happen. We made it. And it wasn't always easy. Remember those nights and weekends when everyone else seemed to have something fun to do and we had yet another essay? Didn't we feel sorry for ourselves? There were other hurdles. Financially, it's difficult, and many have had to hold down a job. Studying around children's lives is far from easy, yet many have done so. There are always other obligations. Getting through has taken commitment. So on this special day, being the centre of wonderful attention and exciting ceremony, it would be easy to let it all go to our heads and to think we really did it by ourselves. While our friends and families, at least for today, are likely to indulge us in this illusion, your being here, in fact, reminds us that we did not do it alone. We had your patience, tolerance, support, encouragement, and often sacrifice. We wish to thank you and to acknowledge the many other people who are not able to be here today. We could not have done it alone. We've had teachers, role models, experiences, and opportunities which have led us here. And once here, those opportunities and influences continued. Our lecturers have encouraged, inspired, and challenged us, and we thank them. What a privilege to have studied at the University of Newcastle in this beautiful setting. We've been given the time, space, and freedom to dream, to make friendships, and to grow. Whichever course we chose, we take away precious gifts. I'm proud to be a member of the first year graduating in social work. Seeking to integrate theory and practice, this course was demanding and often personally challenging. We students would mutter darkly as we sat at our table at the union about the lecturer's obvious malevolent intentions. We sometimes wondered if we were being trained up for fire eating, and being particularly afraid of heights, I lived in dread of their finding some theoretical justification for our going abseiling. Yet in reality, the lecturer's commitment to the course, to a social justice value base, and their belief in our potential has had students doing things we would never have dreamed possible. Throughout the course, we worked in small groups much of the time. Initially sceptical about this often difficult process, we came to recognise how much more can be achieved when people work together, and we made strong friendships. We were challenged to critically analyse existing social, political and economic aspects of society, to discover the often hidden structural barriers which create difficulties for individuals, groups and communities. We began to pay attention to disadvantage and its complex interactions with age, class, gender, ethnicity and disability. We were jolted into an awareness of how often we absorb dominant ideologies which can support an unfair status quo. A social justice value base demands we participate in social change, working to relieve distress and maximise opportunity. No matter what course we chose, university has challenged us all to continue to be self-critical, to be uncertain of certainties. And if we can continue to remember the support we received in our journey to and through university, and that we didn't do it alone, we may be better prepared to join together in knocking down structural barriers which create difficulties for others. While at university, we have all been offered great opportunities. The years here have been exciting and satisfying. Better still, we have all been given a magical gift, the joy of learning, and that is a lifetime gift. Thank you.
I would like to thank Ms. Darling for her very thoughtful speech. Yes, indeed, all of us have a lot of help along the way, but at the end of the day, you and all of your colleagues today have had to do it, and you have. I now declare this ceremony concluded. May I invite all present to join us for refreshments which will be served in and be provided by the University Union.